Okay, let's try this again. I had to try this again because this mic wasn't working, it wasn't on. So, no problem for me. I'm going to go ahead and start from the top. In the name of the God, the compassionate, the merciful. My name is Abdul Wadud, aka Questman. And I first like to begin by greeting the black family. Assalamu alaikum, shalom, hotep, peace be with you. This particular live is regarding the effort to put forth a gathering of the black family on July 20th in Cleveland, Ohio. The intention behind it, simply put, to bring together the black family for no other purpose other than the fact that we can come together. We can come together for the purposes of black unity. That we can respond to each other's call, that we can respond in such a way that, we manifest the qualities, the characteristics of self-determination, that we don't need any permission to just be black from anyone. We didn't have to ask permission to come into this world black. You understand? And we won't have to ask any permission to leave this world as black. So here we are, with yet another opportunity to come together as black people, determining for ourselves that, hey, this is what we want to do. We're going to come together. We're going to unify on our call, on our time, on our term, okay? Because we can be black and because we can gather as a black family. It's not a crime to be black. It's not a crime to gather being black, okay? And so we want to manifest that. We want to manifest, our ability to express self-determination. And this is being in the face of the establishment, who claims that we're freed people. Okay? And my challenge to this day remains that, if we're free people, truly free, then one, we should have the right to self-determination. Two, we should have the right to be able to establish for ourselves an identity that represents us as a people. And we should be able to gather together as a people without any type of issue with the matter. Okay? This July 20th event is pending the black family's participation. In other words, it can't happen all by itself. I'm one brother, Abdul Wadud. And as an individual, I can only do so much as a representative of the black community. But obviously, it's going to take more participation. It's going to take more input, more involvement from the black community for this to be successful. There are a list of things here that I have that are essential for this to be a success. And I will begin to break this down. And again, I want to remind the black family that this particular venture is directly, specifically for those who are adamant about black unification. If you have no regard to black unification, shalom, spiritual rising, I see you. If you are not adamant about black unity, black unification, black love, and everything that has to do with us coming together. If you're not adamant about this, then nothing that I'm saying here is directed towards you, and my advice would be to go find something else to do with yourself. And this is to those so-called, those who look like us, but they don't think like us. You understand? They look like you and I, but they don't think like you and I. And when it comes to doing something that's in the interest of the black nation, these are the people who are most outspoken and are most adamant in trying to break us down and hinder us from any kind of unity, yet they look just like us. So this is for all those black brothers and sisters, mothers, fathers, husbands, wives, black families that are adamant about black unity, that are true about the love for one another as a black family. This one is for this is for us. July 20th, location Cleveland, Ohio. I've got a few spots that I'm looking at to see if I can be able to hold them down for the cause of this situation. That is still in the works, so stay tuned for the specific location in Cleveland, Ohio. But you definitely, if you are wanting to support this and be involved in this, you are definitely encouraged to keep looking out for updates. You understand? Keep looking for updates, and to also I definitely want to encourage you to donate to Soul Journey of Life. You see the Cash App right up there, the Light Dome, because every donation that you put forth will be used to help for this event to take place. This is a very important event, and it's just as important as you want it to be because this is for you. You understand? If you don't want nothing to happen, nothing's going to happen because no one will show up except for myself. But this is important for the black family in general, okay? Because this is an opportunity for us to be able to unify for no other reason, just because. Just to be black, just to be together as a family. You understand? Just to be unified and to express unity yet once again. You understand? We've seen demonstrations for all kinds of reasons. We've seen honorable demonstrations, for example, from the NFAC unifying, you understand, unifying, carrying with them their right to bear arms. You understand? Manifesting their right to bear arms. We've seen that kind of unity take place. And we've also seen unity on religious aspects. For example, you've seen NOI, marching on Washington 1 million. You understand? We've seen so many examples, but what I would like to see, and what would make a believer in me in our own people, and what would make a believer in you of our own people, is that we could unify on general principle, just because we can, just because we say, look, there's a black brother calling us to come together. You understand? Calling us to come together to be unified on a common cause. And just because of that, just because we can, we're going to make our way to Cleveland, Ohio on July 20th, get together, do what we came to do, you understand, and break bread and be black and be proud. You understand? Make a believer in us. It would be a sad situation. I wouldn't be sad about myself because I'm going to be there in Cleveland, Ohio. I'm going to be at this location if I'm all by myself. You understand? I'm going to be at the location if I'm all by myself. But I want to believe that us as black people are more than just talk. You understand? Our Honorable Grandmaster Jay showed that there was a black man who was about more than just talk. He says, we're going to get together, we're going to march on Stone Mountain armed. More than just talk. You understand? We're in a time where we can't just talk. When me and brother Major went down there to support Grandmaster Jay, boots on the ground. More than just talk. Here is another opportunity for us to be about more than just talk. As a black family, come into Cleveland, Ohio to unify, to manifest black unity, black love. You understand? Just because we can. Just be black gathering. You understand? The Just Be Black gathering is what this is being called. The Just Be Black gathering. Gathering together, coming together just because we love one another. Just because we love one another, and this is serious to us. We're in serious times calling for serious measures, and we need to see that we have family amongst us that mean this. You understand? We need to see that we have those who can stop making excuses, who can stop spinning stories and spinning lies against each other, breaking each other down, tearing down the black family with tall tales and whatnot, and we can get together just for the sake of loving being black. If this is something, if this is something that the black family is capable of doing, you understand? Let me close this window here. If this is something that the black family is capable of doing, then you know where to be on July 20th. You understand? Call, get a sick day, call off from work, do what you have to do when because this is a Tuesday. It's not a Western holiday, okay? But guess what? We can make it a holiday on our own terms. This is self-determination. We're trying to see, in order to be a unified nation, and we have to think like one. We have to start operating like one. We have to start speaking like one. You understand? We have to start acknowledging of each other as a black nation, as a unified black body. And the more you start doing that, the more we start doing that, the more this starts to manifest and materialize to where it's inevitable that we are, in fact, a solid, thriving, existing black nation, and that red, black, and green flag that's behind me becomes something of a reality. You understand? It becomes something representing a real, existing, established nation. It starts by these little acts right here, these little baby steps. These little baby steps become giant actions. Okay? But we have to be more than just about talk. We have to be more than just about talk. We have to be doers. We have to get our boots on the ground. We have to support each other, even in the most simplest things, such as just to gather together to represent, to show love to one another. So, with that said, there are a lot of elements involved here. There are a lot of pieces that will make this successful. It won't happen just because I'm sitting here talking to you on a camera. Because if all we're doing is we're going to watch this brother talk on the camera, spitting fire or whatever, then come July 20th, if I'm the only one sitting at that park, we'll know what it is. You understand? I'll know what it is. I'll know that at the end of the day, I was true to what I'm talking about. You understand? And however many people are viewing this, however many people, I've got a couple videos where there's like 100 and something viewers, 40 likes. That's 40 people that like this, that acknowledge that this has been announced. That's 40 people. Wa alaikum salam rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. And shalom, beloved family. I see everybody coming in. That's 40 something people, or let me give it like this. There's 140 different views when I posted this promotion. Let me look and see what it is now. So when I first started this promotion, when I began this was July 5th when I posted the July 20th Just Be Black gathering, and I had talked about it like 2 days before that. You understand? I talked about it some days before that. Okay? Not the first time, though. I've been kind of talking about this and hinting at this for a while. But 148 views, and this one has 26 likes. 26 likes, right? And then the other one has 14 likes. Okay, 14 likes. And the video where I started talking about this more vocally, 50 likes. So that's about, let's see, 117 people viewed that one. And then 395 people viewed that one. Wow, that's about 500 people. 500 people, black family, that are hip to what I'm talking about now. 500 people. In this live right now, there are 10 people. 10 people in this live right now. So 510 people are aware of July 20th in Cleveland, Ohio. Now, if I'm gonna keep on driving this in all the way up until July 20th. You understand? I've got a live on Friday that's dealing with another subject matter, but I'm going to announce this in that one too, and keep on driving this in until when July 20th comes. Peace and blessings, greetings, D. Marie and TNT. I see you guys in here. When July 20th comes up in, If I'm the only one sitting on the park bench, I'll be looking like Forrest Gump. You understand? With my box of chocolate. I'm gonna bring a box of chocolate too, just in case it happens like that. So I'm gonna be sitting on that park bench, you know, telling the black family. I'm gonna do a live right there, telling the black family like, "Oh, I'm here by myself in Cleveland, Ohio, on July 20th, and not one black family member showed up to support the cause." So what are we talking about? It's no wonder that we can't unify when we can't even support each other, because it's got to be sponsored by some big organization or some big community, activist or whatnot. It can't just be on a homely, basic, fundamental level. You understand? That's what makes us believe in ourselves. It's when something on a very ground basic level, when something on a ground level, you still are able to stand up for and represent the cause. That's called being real. Are we that real, or are we petty? Are we bickering over who's on what side? Or is he a Hebrew? Is he this or is he that? Is he a Muslim? What is he? Are we that petty? Or do you see a black man sitting in front of you on his camera talking to you about July 20th? For all those that see a black man, a black brother, okay, I expect those who are able to make the trip, who are in the United States, because if you're in the United States, okay, you can make the trip. I can understand brothers and sisters in Canada and across the border or whatnot, or overseas. But if you're in the United States, you can come here on July 20th in Cleveland, Ohio. If you're in Chicago, or Chicago, Illinois, if you're in Indiana, if you're trying to head to New York, you gotta come through Ohio first. You understand? You gotta go roll through Ohio first. If you're in Michigan, you gotta roll through Ohio first. If you're in Michigan, you gotta roll through Cleveland first. You can't get, if you're on the road, you can't get to New York unless you go through past Cleveland. That's how the road goes. Route what is it? Route 90. Route 90. Yeah. So there's going to be no excuses. If I'm sitting in that park looking like Forrest Gump, I'm going to watch Forrest Gump. And I'm going to watch it on this live just so we can know that, hey, a brother called out the black family to come to Cleveland, Ohio on July 20th. You know how that goes when you're left standing. You done invited her to the restaurant and she ain't showed up. You got an empty seat right there, and she stood you up. She stood you up. You got the rolls, you got the hors d'oeuvres, you got everything there, but she stood you up. You know how that's going to feel, right? So I'm not going to be sad. I'm going to watch Forrest Gump. If I'm there by myself, I'm gonna get on this Netflix or whatever and put on Forrest Gump. So that's what I'm going to do if no one shows up. But I'm expecting that we're stronger than that. My belief in the black family is that we're stronger than that. That we're not. We don't just sit. We don't just not do. This isn't something This isn't something where you need that. You don't have a gun. You don't need to bring a gun. You don't need to bring anything but the things that I'm about to mention here. The things that I'm about to mention on this list is what you need to have with you. You understand? We have to give respect to all those black family members, black brothers and sisters who put boots on the ground. We have to give respect and honor to the NFAC, boots on the ground. Their leader, Grandmaster Jay, who've inspired all these other crews to pop out of the woodwork. Okay, boots on the ground. Okay, so this is what this is all about. You give respect where respect's due. In this case, we're about black unification. Just be black. You know where that slogan came from? Where that catchphrase came from? Yeah, Grandmaster Jay. So here we are in Cleveland, Ohio, expecting the family to show up July 20th. Here's what we need. We're inviting clothing and miscellaneous product vendors. You understand, those with black culturally related clothing for sale. Bring your truck. Bring your station wagon, whatever you're carrying your goods in. Bring it. Bring your table. Miscellaneous vendors. Those selling oils, chains, whatever, black culturally related items of different sorts. Bring it. Food vendors, bring your food truck. Bring whatever you got going on, whatever you feel is nurturing for the black community to munch on, to crunch on. Bring that truck. Looking for Performance artists with conscious pro-black content. Conscious pro-black content. That means they ain't looking for somebody on some gibberish, saying some nonsense, talking about breaking us down, disrespecting black women and things like that. Conscious pro-black content. If you're a performance artist, a poet, a speaker, a writer, a musician, a lyricist, whatever you say you are, make sure it's conscious. Come on down. Come on over. We're looking for people to help promote this. July 20th, you see the sign right there. If you need, something, you could blow that up, make a poster out of it, whatever you got to do. If that's the kind of pocket you got, help the brother out. Let's make this happen. We need promoters. We need promoters. We need keynote speakers. I'm encouraging, the best we got. I'm encouraging. I would definitely like to have Brother Grandmaster Jay come on out and say a few words to the black family. So if the brother hears this, the invitation is definitely open. We're looking for, any other brothers and sisters that are about that business of black unification, keynote speakers. You understand? Come on over to Cleveland, Ohio, July 20th. We need speakers of, different sorts. If you got businesses, and for example, one of our sisters, Cody, is a professional real estate professional. Okay, it'd be a blessing to have sisters like that come on to Cleveland, Ohio, and speak her mind. You understand? It'd be a blessing to have brothers and sisters that have some type of business knowledge, economic knowledge, social knowledge, even spiritual. Come on down to Cleveland, Ohio, July 20th. We also want to invite and encourage charity organizations, because we want to keep in mind there are folks who don't even get to watch IG. They don't get to watch any YouTube lives. They don't get to watch anything. Why? Because they're sitting pressing the corner of the street because they don't have it. They don't have it like that. They don't have it like that for whatever the reason. You understand? Not because they can, but because they don't have it like that. Some of them are missing legs. Some of them are missing limbs, and they can't get hired anywhere because you want to say, well, why doesn't he just get a job? Some people don't have it smooth like that. You understand? I know a brother in our old residence. The brother, he was a little bit, he had some mental difficulties. You understand? And a speech impediment. And I'm thinking to myself, who's going to hire this brother? So if you know that somebody isn't even going to think about hiring a brother, why ain't you looking out for him? Why ain't you looking out for folks like this? Those are people down the street picking on the brother. You understand? Disrespecting the brother, and all the brother was asking for was a little bit of something to get something to eat. And when I gave him the money, he went straight to the store, and next thing you know, you see him coming out with a sandwich. You understand? You got to look out for your brothers. So charity organizations are welcomed as well. You see at the top of the screen there, Cash App, the Light Dome. We need your financial support, because in order for this to be successful, all those with deep pockets, all those with a few dollars to spare, support the cause, because everything that you put on this Cash App is going to go into the July 20th event. That's going to go for whatever we need. If we got to pay these folks to hold down a park, we're going to need some support. I can't do this myself. Don't treat it like Soul Journey of Life, where you sit there, I'm sitting there, paying for the site, and it's a ghost town. Okay? Let's make this really happen. You understand? Let's be serious about something in our life. Let's be serious about something. It shouldn't always have to take someone to die for us to unify. Why does it have to take someone to be critically wounded, be oppressed, killed, murdered, you understand, by police or whoever, for us to say, oh, let's unify now? They're going to kill one of us. Let's unify. Why can't we unify on GP? Why can't we unify just because we're black and just because we can? Why can't we unify on peaceful terms, on good times? You understand? Why does it always have to take drama for us to get together? So here we are with yet another opportunity to unify, not because somebody got shot, not because somebody's, suffering somewhere, but because we're a black family. Can't we unify as a black family? Who are you? Who am I? Let's get together and find out. Let's get together and know one another. What skills you got? I don't know. Why? Because we don't even chop it up. We don't even get together. I know a few brothers on this line because we chop it up. I met one of the brothers that just did a live a minute ago. Chop it up, cool brother. Like I said on the live, cool brother. Major TV, shout out. Okay, that's what happens when you meet one another. You end up creating bonds of allegiance, bonds bonds of family. You understand? Familyhood, brotherhood, sisterhood. When you get to know one another, get up off your couch and get to know the family. Where are you at? Why we so tied down that it's so hard for us to do anything? Somebody's got to die for us to do something. That's what I'm saying. You got the brother, trying to unify you together so you can exercise your rights in the land. Your rights based upon the law. He's sitting there, been marching and getting brothers together. You understand? Marching so that you can apply your rights, the rights that you have to bear arms. And I haven't seen so much shame coming from the family, not from other people that you would expect. I've seen their videos, but I've seen more videos shaming this brother than anything else, from any other people. I've seen more videos shaming the brother for doing nothing other than getting you together to exercise your rights, to bear arms and be together. And yet, since this brother's been on the scene, there's been just constant shaming, constant backbiting, constant, this discredit. It's madness. What happens when the black family gets people on board, when the black family gets someone from amongst themselves, meeting and striving for the cause? You understand? Like I said in one of the videos, imagine if this was the Messiah. Just imagine. How did you receive the man? How did you receive him? Did you receive him in an honorable way? Or are you worthy of shame? Are you worthy of shame? So here we are, black family, with yet another opportunity to unify. No, this isn't a armed unification. You understand? Keep your heat at home, except for what you need to make sure everything is going smoothly. You want to make sure you got your protection, right? You understand? But bring your family, bring your smile, bring your heart, bring your love, bring your compassion for one another, bring your black power appreciation, bring your passion for black unity. Bring that. This brother that you're looking at right now, founder of Soul Journey of Life. That's what it's all about for me. You understand? That's what it's all about for me. Developing something in here. You understand? For the cause of the black people. So I have yet another list. Topics to focus on. This goes out for all those who are interested in speaking, who are interested in promoting and things like that at the site, promoting your business, whatever you're trying to do. This is the topic you want to focus on. These are the topics. Number 1, steps towards black unification. If it ain't about black unification, keep it at home. If it ain't about supporting black businesses, supporting black economics, supporting black, real estate, supporting black medicine, supporting black education, supporting black unity, if it's not about that, keep it at home. Like I said, for all those who for some reason got an issue with being black, this live ain't for you. Take that somewhere else. You got other channels you can go to and watch them and be just as entertained, if not more entertained, because there's a lot of silliness going on a lot of these other platforms where the only thing they got to do for an hour or 2 hours is chop another brother down. Yet they're supposed to be pro-black. Steps towards unification. Number 2, enough talking, more doing. We've done a lot of talk. We got all kinds of talk. We got, good talk going on. We just saw one talk from a good brother, Major TV, hosting TNT. Very beautiful talk. We got a lot of talk going on. But now we need to also do what the good brother has done himself, boots on the ground. We need to start doing more. You understand? We need to start getting more involved with community-based activities. We need to be able to, I'm in the hood. You understand what I'm saying? But if you look at my house, if you take a look at the yard out there, it don't look like, as soon as you roll up to this address, it don't look like I'm in the hood. It look like I'm in paradise somewhere, because that's what I'm trying. You live by example. You understand? I'm in the hood. This is right where I want to be right now. But I also want to represent the fact that just because I'm here don't mean I have to live like some kind of, like I'm depressed or something. You understand? We're suffering. Better believe we're suffering. We've got a big, giant, systematic knee on our neck. But while I'm down like that, you understand, I'm going to make sure that my area where I'm at, represents who I am. You understand? Let the devil be a devil, because eventually that knee is going to get busted up. You understand? Eventually that knee's going to get busted up. This devil's going to be crippled like a mug. Watch. All you have to do is, like I said before on IG, pay attention to the signs, family. Pay attention to the things that are going on in the world, and you'll see that the days are numbered. The days are numbered. This is no hocus pocus, what if type talk going on. The days are numbered. Pay attention. Even the environment, even the natural environment is counting down. So number three, we need to get the attention. This is another one of the topics. Get the attention of all those touting they are for black unity to come and support. Okay? If you're about that support, I'm talking to all those who's got songs dropping about being black. You understand? Black unity, black power, black. All you guys singing those songs, all you guys talking that talk, get on down to Cleveland, Ohio on July 20th. What are you waiting for? You understand? If you're real, come on down. You understand? Come on down with the black family. I'm telling you, I would really like to see some of these brothers, Boss Man Blake, the legend, KRS-One. You understand? I'd really like to see these brothers down here. That'd be an honor. That'd be a definite honor, because it will show that we are serious, that we've had enough of this, that we've had enough. We're tired of trying to get permission from you to be united, Mr. Systematically racist man. We're tired of you. We're tired. We ain't trying to deal with you anymore. You take your voting system, you take all of what you do, that's all you. That's on you. We know it's bogus. We know you ain't got nothing in our interest there. And time again, you've proven that to us. You got a man in the house right now that rolled on our backs to get into that position and ain't got nothing for us. So you can keep it, you can take that back. Self-determination. I don't want nothing. Self-determination. But you can give me what my taxes paid for. Give me that stimulus check. My taxes paid for that. My taxes is in that. So you better come on in. Number five. This is very important, beloved family. Number 5 is very important. The creation of the Light Dome Committee of Representatives of the Black Nation. So often have we been talking about, the fact that the black family needs to be on code. Well, one thing that helps to make sure that the black family is on code is when you have a committee of people representing our system of law. You understand? Look, when you kill one of us, and you're one of us, you're going to have to answer to us. You understand? We ain't calling no cops. You understand? You're going to have to answer to one of us. Stop killing us if you're one of us. Number one violation that we have to talk about. We have to talk about, when we come chopping each other down because you don't like how they talk, you don't like what they're talking about, or because you can't get what they got. They got 5,000 people marching behind them, and you can't get that, so you want to chop the brother down. Code breaker. We need a committee to be established amongst ourselves so that we could talk and break down what it means to represent the black community. We need our own voice from our own self. Forget the politicians. Forget what all this other stuff. That's not for us. You know that's not for us. We need our own. We need our own community. Forget the NAACP, the Urban League, all that. None of that's for us. I ain't owned by no Jew. You understand? I'm your brother. I'm me. Ain't nobody sitting there putting no money in my pocket from any of these systems. You understand? We need our own thing. We need our own committee. The Light Dome Committee of Representatives of the Black Nation. You understand? To be able to come together from wherever we are. And I'm going to talk more about this on Friday, inshallah. I'm going to talk more about this on Friday. Our own setup, our own committee. Finally stop talking about it. Stop just, where we talking about, I dream. I wish we could just have a house in paradise. I wish we could just get together and love one another. I wish everything. Okay, enough of the wishing. Let's manifest. Again, number 6, donations needed to help fund the event. You understand? Without any donations, can't nothing happen. Many of these locations, they're not even going to let us show up unless somebody's done put some money down. You understand? They won't even let us show. What were you guys doing? Come on, my friend. It's not for free. They're going to want some money. They're going to want some money to hold that spot down. So donate to the Cash App. If this is serious to you, if this is not just some kind of live where you're being entertained, oh, let me get some popcorn. They're talking some Black Power stuff. Let me get some. If this is a live like that, okay. Like I said, there's other channels you could be entertained, just as more entertained. This isn't about just your entertainment. Yeah, we want to try to have some entertainment here, but we've got some serious work to do, Black family. I'm tired of sitting around just listening to us talk about what we want to do when we have an opportunity to do it. We've got brilliant economic scholars amongst us. I mean, if you ever heard of Cody speak talk, brilliant minded. What do you mean? You understand? Brilliant minded, professional real estate personnel. You know, so you gotta listen to these people talk, man. This is the Black family talking. The Black family, our own scholars, our own professional elites. You understand? If you don't have Cash App, I do have PayPal. Just go, type in Soul Journey of Life. I'll put that up here too in the live. I've got other means. You can also go to souljourneyoflife.org, click the support button, and there's a way to pay there. But right now, outside of Soul Journey of Life, if you're not a member, we have a PayPal, and we have a PayPal, a Cash App. I think I have a Venmo or something like that. I have something else, but message me and we'll talk about how you can help and support and offer your support. We'll talk about how that works, but make sure you do, because if you're serious about this, we want to get this done. Time is counting. Today, was today the 9th? Yeah, it is. It's the 9th. And how do I know it's the 9th? Because my little boy just turned 1 year old today. He's now 1 year old today. It was a long time. It felt like, I'm telling you, man, just a little side note, that was the longest 1 year I've ever had. Getting him to be 1 year old. That's the longest 1 year ever. Make sure you contact me. For those that may not know, I'll go ahead and put my the email in this live right here. It also should be on the description, I believe. It should be on the description. But let me go ahead and put the email on this live. So here's the email. In fact, I'll give you two emails in case, you don't put it in right or whatever. Email number 1, right there. Email number 2. Email number 2. So there's 2 emails if you need to contact a brother about anything that's going on here, anything that's being talked about right here. There's your emails right there. Some of you've got my phone number, okay? So you can contact me like that, because that's a direct line to my phone. We need to make this happen. We need to, stop being in fantasy land. And I'm not saying none of us are in fantasy land, but so many of us are. So many of us are still waiting for something to come out of the sky or something. You understand? When we can manifest the presence of Messiah Yeshua right here in the very actions that we're doing. You understand? I mean, think about it. Who would want to show up right now in the state of division that we're in right now, the state of hatred that we're manifesting upon each other? Right? Who would want to float down out of clouds like that? Like, hold on a second here. What the heck is going? Bring me back up. Beat me up, Scotty. I'm coming. I'm sorry, guys, but yeah, it's like, think about that, man. Think about that. I'm just saying, who would want to show up like this, except that they see the Black community united, unified, getting together. You understand? And we're just a small body right now. You see how big the world is. We're just a small body right now. But the thirst for Black unification is global. That's why you heard people responding in the UK. Peace and shout out to the brother on AKA show. Peace and shout out. You see brothers and sisters from all over the world, from here to Brazil, shouting out. I saw a brother from Haiti shouting out, even shouting out the NFAC. So you know that we're being heard. You understand? One of the things that I noticed when I went to Africa is people rocking Kobe Bryant shirts and whatnot. I'm like, well, shoot, that's telling me something. That's telling me that we influence the world. Blacks everywhere look to us as an example. They look to us for pattern. and they imitate our pattern here. Nobody would be rocking the mics rapping had it not been for us over here rocking mics. Nobody would be sitting there rocking LA Laker shirts on had it not been for us rocking them over here. You understand? I'm just letting you know the facts. The beacon of light is right over here, but all of us have a part to play. All of us have a part to play, and the part that we need to be playing right here is manifesting persistently efforts of unification when the call has been put out there. So right now, the call is being put out there for July 20th. The call is being put out there for July 20th. Okay? So July 20th, family has no excuse. Here we are, and like I said, I'm gonna keep on banging this on these YouTube lives and IG lives until when the July 28th comes. We'll see how many of us are about that business. You understand? We'll see how many of. I'm talking to the big and small. To the big and small. What is it? One United Bank. The big and small. You supposed to be a black-owned bank. You said that had all them advertisements. Support black-owned businesses. Support black-owned businesses. Okay, well then support a black brother and unify on July 20th. One United Bank. Black-owned bank. Support. Bring your media down there. Black News Network. I'm talking to all those people who sit there and keep on putting these advertisements. We're black-owned. We're black-owned. Well, get your black-owned behind the Cleveland, Ohio on July 20th. How about that? How about that? Quit talking and rhyming and rapping about it and singing and dancing about it and get black down here. Get your black self down here. Just be black gathering. Number 7. Again, I'm reminding you to take to watch the Friday live that's coming up. I already went ahead and showed you how to reach me for comment and questions. You got the emails there, 2 emails. We just want to make sure this happens. This isn't something you want to sleep on, because this is a event, another event produced from us. You understand? From our own ranks, from our own people. No white guys behind me sponsoring any of this. Ain't nobody got nothing to say to me on that note. You understand? They don't have nothing to talk to me about. Okay? This is a brother sponsoring this. July 20th. Soul Journey of Life presents Just Be Black Gathering. Soul Journey of Life is from your brother right here. Okay? So that's what this is about. And as we say right here, it will happen because we as a people made it happen. This is an opportunity for us to do something for our own self just because we can, for no other reason. We don't need your permission. I'm sorry, but we don't need your permission. Move on out of the way. We're coming together. We're gathering together just because we can. Just be black. Period. Period. Right? Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed, black family. So that's what this live is about. That's all I wanted to do. That's all I wanted to express. I just wanted to take more than 30 minutes out of your time, just so I could get this on your mind and keep this deep in your mind, deep in your heart. If you about supporting black unity, help a brother out. Contact some of these people. If you know, I really like to get like for example, brother KRS Run out there. He's been sitting there rocking the mic on the conscious black tip. So I really like to see him out there. I'd really like to see brother like him out there. I really like to see, Bossman Blake. He's been dropping it hot for the black community, keeping your mind focused on black unity, keeping you feeling confident about being black, happy to be black. Okay, brother, come on out here so we can win, right? Come on out here so we can win. Shout out to Bossman Blake. Come on out here, those who can come on out here. If I don't know if the legend's in the States or if you're overseas, but if you're in the States, come on out to Cleveland, Ohio, and keep us conscious. Like I said, conscious pro-black content. Whoever you are, come on out here. There's so many of us. There's so many beloved black family that I see on the social media platforms. You know what I'm saying? Breaking knowledge. Keeping us alert. Keeping us paying attention. Keeping us focused. Where you at? Share this video with them. Get them on board. Communicate. If you know any of these people, if you know anybody that's really serious about this, spread this video, share this video with them. Get them to subscribe to the channel. You understand? Subscribe to the channel, share it, like it, do what you got to do to make sure that the communication is out there for July 20th. It's not some holiday on their calendar. It's not some President's Day. It's not this day, that day, or the other. It's our day, and we're going to claim it. We're making this day for our own self just because we can. You understand? We've spent enough time acknowledging all of their heroes. We spent enough time acknowledging all of their achievements and whatnot. We spent enough time in this land, basically bowing down to their honor. We spent enough time acknowledging their feats beneath their feet. Now is our time to stand up on our own feet. You understand? To stand up on our own feet and manifest feats of our own. Manifest winnings of our own, honoring our own, appreciating our own, speaking out, shouting out to our own, giving credit where credit's due. Shout out to Grandmaster Jay. I don't care what you say and how you feel about the brother. If you don't like the brother, get up off my channel too, because I don't care nothing about what you got to say, because you ain't got nothing to say about him. I don't care nothing about his personal life. All I know is that the brother had them brothers and sisters down there marching, representing, standing up for their lawfully earned, lawfully attained rights. If you got a problem with somebody standing up for their lawful rights, go to hell. That's all I can say to you. Go to hell, because you ain't about the black unity. You ain't about the black community. You ain't. Seriously. I don't care what you say. You could put a fez on your head. You could put a yarmulke on your head, a turban on it, whatever you want. You could cut your head, bald head, whatever you do. I don't care. But you ain't about the black community, and you ain't going to sit there and you ain't going to lie to me about that. You ain't going to lie to me about that. I know. You understand? I know. Trust me. Trust and believe. So all I'm going to tell you, black family, if you about that black unity, we got a job to do between today and July 20th. This is a job that involves every one of us that are paying attention to this live. We've got a task to do, because in this endeavor, listen closely, in this endeavor will be the seeds necessary to create our own committee of representatives for the black community, where we can stop sitting there relying on, some big organizations that don't give a darn about us, that are 9 times out of 10 are sponsored by somebody overseas from the so-called Jewish community. You understand? But people that don't give a darn about you and me, when it goes down to it, they only want to show up when there's a camera opportunity. But we need things that represent our own. We need things that we got our own militia represented and manifested by our own brother. You understand? From our own brother. Need no permission from anybody. It's our own. He followed the rules. He's following the law. You understand? We're under a system of someone else's authority. Fine. There's rules. Okay, whatever. But guess what? Guess what we're fighting for? Guess what we're fighting for? We're exposing the fact that the rules in many cases are so bogus. You said many moons ago that we're free. You told us we were free, Mr. White Man. You told us we were free. I'm asking you to pay up. I'm asking you to manifest that ticket of freedom. Because so far, last I checked, we're still stuck under you. We still stuck under your knee. Where's our freedom at? Where the heck is our freedom at? So all I'm saying, beloved family, we need to establish a clear circle representing us in this land that we agree upon. This is us. We speak for us. We don't need anybody else speaking on our behalf. Anybody that has nothing to do with this. We speak for our own people. You understand? We need doers. We need people who are deeply rooted into the community, where family knows that they're about that business. Well, we know who they are. I'm tired of all these mystery situations here. You understand? You sit there and these guys these so-called politicians come up in your neighborhood trying to get your vote. Then by the time they get into the positions, they done forgot all about you. Last I checked, that sister that's up in that office was all about, oh man, how black I am and whatever. And I haven't heard a word yet. Last I checked, they done turned down the green card motion for the immigrants. They done turned it down unanimously. It says unanimously. But like I said, that's not for us. It was never for us from the beginning. It was never for us from the beginning. There was never a word in any of that was directed towards us. Those of you getting ready to head into the 4th of July, none of that was for you. And nothing that went down on that day had you and me in mind. At least in the sense of being treated as an equal, as a human being. Okay, so that's not our thing. That's not our thing. We need things that are authentically from the people on ground level. You understand? Back in the days, and even to this day, I used to confine myself to underground music, to underground hits. Some of those guys, they came up on the top, so I had to keep on listening to them. Like Tribe Called Quest and Boot Camp Click and cats like that. So I was rocking those back in the days, right? Because we always believed that the people from the underground, these are the ones that was keeping it real. These were the ones that was telling you how it is. These were the ones that were on. These were the ones that were authentic artists. When you get in that mainstream, somehow they lose themselves. Somehow they forget where they came from. Somehow they get too rich. And I want to get any hits out. Those that just want to buy their own football team, but forget about the black family back at home. I'm just saying. You understand? You came from us. You came from the ground level. You was in the underground. You was rocking the underground, and then we done lifted you up. Now you forget about your own folks. You got a brother right now with a GoFundMe account, and you ain't put a dime in it. You're a billionaire now. You understand? You're a billionaire now, but you ain't put a dime in this brother's account. Why? What for? What's your reason? You could have been done closed that account. You could have maxed it out already. We'd be sitting here looking at it maxed out 1 million strong. I ain't seen your name scroll up in that GoFundMe account yet. And I know you ain't one of them anonymous. I know that. So what you talking about? I'm just saying, I'm tired of the hypocrisy. I'm tired of the self-hate. I'm tired of us dumping and hating on each other. I'm tired of these people getting rich off of hating us. Getting rich by getting in the hot seat to get people on their lives. The minute somebody flips the script on GMJ or something, oh, let me go and get him on my show. Ha ha! I'm gonna get him on my show. Come on, man. You ain't got nothing better to do. I'm just saying, brothers and sisters, black family, July 20th, 2021. Let's make it happen. Let's make it happen. Let's be more than just about, getting the adrenaline rush from fiery speeches, getting the adrenaline rush from sitting in your home watching the boots on the ground from your YouTube screens. But let's make it happen. Let's get your boots on the ground now. Or your tennis shoes, or your house shoes, or your slippers, or whatever you got on. Bring them all to Cleveland, Ohio. Cleveland, Ohio. Specific location to be announced. Bring them all to Cleveland, Ohio. Okay, so we can unify on GP just because we can. And be like, look, haha, we came together, whether you liked it or not, we're here together. We ain't breaking no law by being together. Oh, it's just too many black people together? You scared because there's hundreds of black people together? You scared? What you scared for? I thought you wasn't racist. I thought you didn't hate black folk. I thought you was all about, well, I'm just doing my job. I thought you was all about the law and whatnot. Well, black people are together. July 20th, black people coming together. Just because we can. Just because we love one another. Just because we love being black. Just because we're proud of who we are. We have no shame in any of this. We have no shame in any nap, any curl, any braid, any dread, any fro. We ain't got no shame in none of that. Dark brown, light brown, you understand? Albino, black, wherever you at. July 20th. Come on down. Come on down. That's our prices right there. Come on down. So yeah, black family. Yeah, black family. Pass it around. Like ODB said, chop that down, pass it all around. Right? Come on down. That's all I'm trying to say. That's all I'm trying to say, for me, I can drop a rhyme on the mic. I can, give a good khutbah, good sermon. Do these YouTube lives or whatnot. I've done all that. But for me, I like being a doer. I like being one that's in the forefront, that's doing the actions, that's supporting those who are in the forefront, that's supporting those who are about that business. You understand? When I see someone about that cause, I'm on the team. I don't even have to ask, oh, wait a minute, are you sure? What do you mean am I sure? Are they about the black unity? Yeah, I'm sure. What are you talking about? Get about my face. Well, ask me if I'm sure. Of course I'm sure. Are you sure? That's all I'm saying here. Let's see here. I'm looking at the comments here. Okay, so I'm gonna answer your question. Why Cleveland? Because I'm gonna tell you why Cleveland. Okay, it's not even a random thing. It's not even a random thing. But right now, I want I want to present something that's not based upon any of the things you're talking about. It's not based upon, and this is all, respect and honor to those who have fallen. You understand? At the hands of oppression. Okay, but this is a general cause. This is a general cause for the family, for the black family. This is a general cause for us to be able to come together and put aside petty differences. That's what I'm saying. All these little differences, all these little hang-ups and hiccups that we keep on using and putting forth to stop us from doing anything, put it aside. Cleveland, Ohio, what it is. What's wrong with that? You understand? There ain't nothing wrong with coming to Cleveland, Ohio. Well, oh, that's not your neck, that's not your side of town, or that's not representing this situation over here, or that's not representing this organization over. It's not about that. That's what's there. Cleveland, Ohio. You're black and proud. Come on down. Let's do it. Let's stop making silly excuses. There's no reason for none of these silly excuses. Just come to Cleveland, Ohio, so we could do it. That's why. You understand? There's no sign there. There's no this, that, there. There's no, it's not NOI or this group or that group. It's just black people coming together for that reason. That's it. That's it. And yeah, we understand that Cleveland, Ohio is not for everyone. It's not about it being for everyone. What's for everyone is a cause for black unity. This isn't meant. See, you're not being invited to Cleveland or to encouraged to come to Cleveland, Ohio, because this is the choice place on earth. You understand? This isn't about, like I said, this isn't a thing about. This isn't about, pleasure and entertainment. This is about black unity. This isn't about like some type of what do you want to say? Well, this is the, well, let's go to Florida. Let's go to Texas or someplace like that. Someplace popular all over the globe. It's not that kind of situation. This is what the challenge is, black family. The challenge is, can you simply do it? Can you put aside your petty differences? Can you stop putting walls up, preventing you from just doing it? Can you just do it? Put aside, regardless if Cleveland, Ohio, come anyway. Come anyway. Come anyway. What do you got to lose? What are you going to be wearing? Are you going to come? What, somebody don't like you here? You got beef with somebody here? If not, then what's the hang up? What's slowing you down? Just come on down. I'm not going to be here arguing about this all day long. I've been called lost before, but I don't see how inviting the black family to Cleveland, Ohio to be unified as a black family makes one lost. You're going to have to break that down to me scientifically. But last I checked, I don't see anything out of place in that. I've been living here for at least 6 years now, in the heart of the hood. I mean, go figure. This isn't about any of that. This is about simply unifying, and this is where we are. This is where we are. So the brother is suggesting that I'm talking division. See here, let me break down something to the family. One of the things, just like I'm talking about, we can try to chop each other down as much as we want. Okay, that's what a lot of us like to do. We like to get props or get some type of elevation by chopping each other's efforts down instead of supporting a common cause. Okay, you can make a claim. You can call a person a name. You can say this and that about a person, but without you're dealing with a person who's a student of philosophy. Without any reasoning or proof, then you're just speaking air. You're just saying a word. I could put a sign up and say, I like chocolate. Do I really like chocolate? Is there any proof that I like chocolate? No, there isn't, until the proof is presented. Okay. Here, someone is saying I'm talking division. Last I checked, I'm talking about black unity. Keep on looking. If you didn't hear that part, look at the videos. Show me one video where I talk about being divided from my own people. Okay? Show me one video where I talk about being divided from my own people. But instead, you'll see tons and tons and tons and tons of videos of me talking about black unity. You're stuck on Cleveland, Ohio. That's your problem. But anybody that's down with this cause, come to Cleveland, Ohio. Plain and simple. So I'm done talking about that. And I'm done talking about, people. My commentary here is free for people to speak their mind. I just ask people to speak consciously. You understand? You're dealing with a brother who strives to manifest consciousness. You're not dealing with a brother who's just on some okey doke type stuff. You understand? This is someone that does research, that learns, that's in the books, that's in the sky, that's in the science, that's in the body, that's in the mind. That's mathematical. Unification is mathematical. Putting your ego aside is mathematical. Putting your ego aside, putting your petty differences aside just because. That's principle. And that's something that's so hard for us to do. This brother is so stuck on the fact that I'm talking about Cleveland, Ohio, that he's missing the bigger picture. That's the silliness that I'm talking about. Step to the side. If this is you don't have, if you don't like Cleveland, Ohio, don't come to Cleveland, Ohio. But get off my YouTube link because guess what I'm encouraging? Guess what I'm inviting July 20th for? Brothers and sisters, come to Cleveland, Ohio. I'm not asking folks that don't like Cleveland, Ohio to come. Nobody's forcing nothing down your throat. You don't like it? That's what I'm saying. You're wasting your time. You're wasting your time. I don't get it. To me, if I don't like something, if I don't like certain restaurant, I'm not going to go there and eat their food. I'm not going to sit there, well, I don't like your salad bar. I just won't go there. This brother's wasting his time. Well, if you love Cleveland so much, then you shouldn't have no problem with coming to Cleveland, Ohio. There's nothing wrong with coming to Cleveland, Ohio. I know a good spot where we can meet up at, where the family can meet up at, show love to one another. You understand? Leave the arguments at home. Leave the petty differences at home. You understand? Leave, whatever hang-ups you think. Is he Hebrew? Is he Jew? Is he Orthodox, Methodist? What is this? Forget about all that. Your brother right here is a black brother. And I'm showing up at the location because I'm black and because this is about bringing together black family. You understand? Putting aside all petty differences. Leave alone the differences. So, peace and blessings, family. I want to make sure that, we got the key points down. Clothing vendors, miscellaneous vendors, food vendors, performing artists with conscious pro-black content, poets, lyricists, actors, whatever the case may be, promoters. We're looking for keynote speakers, charity organizations, and various types of black businesses. You understand? Black-owned businesses, because we want to keep on, emphasis on supporting black-owned businesses. And just put this on your calendar. Mark this on your calendar. But remember that this can't happen without the support of the black community. This is an endeavor for the black community. This is our making. This isn't some external, see, that's what I'm saying. This isn't some external body or somebody tied to the government or somebody tied to some, popcorn puppet, so-called pro-black company or organization. This is us. Purely us. Purely you and me. Purely black family. Can we do that? If we could do that, chop it up with your brother. You see my email there? You also hear my babies crying in the background. You see my email there? Communicate with me. Break bread. Let's see what we could do. Let's make this happen, black family. Let's make it happen, right? Let's see here. Let's see. I'm going to review some of these comments here, other comments. So I definitely appreciate all those who have something beneficial to say on the commentary. If you're about black unity, you know where to be on July 20th. And we appreciate, all those who are striving for the cause, wherever they are. Like I said, this is a shout out and nothing but love to the black family everywhere in the world. Those marching, those with boots on the ground in any city. If you're doing something in another city, more, like I said, honor and respect. You understand? We need to be doing stuff all across the globe. You understand? In every country, in every city, in every town, the black family needs to be standing up. You understand? The black family needs to be standing up and adamant about unity. We need to stop making silly excuses, stop creating walls between each other, and just show up when the call is announced. And the more we do that, the more we unify, just because. You understand? The more we put all those excuses behind and unify, You understand? The more we start manifesting nationhood. And when this land breaks down, and yes, it will break down. When this land starts to crumble, when this establishment starts to fold in on itself and has to, deal with the consequences of what it put forth in the world, the unified black family will be so strong and unified that we'll be able to endure whatever comes as a result. But as long as we're divided, as long as we're split apart, we are nothing more than sitting ducks. You understand? Let's say somebody else conquers the land and we're not unified. Then all we've done is traded one master for another. That's all we've done. But if we're unified, then whatever happens, they've got to reckon with a united black body of people. They've got to reckon. You understand? The day of reckoning is coming, black family. What side are you on? What part are you playing? What are you doing? What are you doing? So all I'm going to say to the black family, I've said enough. So, peace and blessings, black family. Cash App, the Light Dome. If you have other means of supporting the cause, support to that means. Contact me through the email. Everything is needed. Everything is being called for. All hands on deck. Let's make this happen. Let's make this happen and make it become a reality. My name is Abdul Wadud, aka Questman. You are more than welcome to present to me ideas of things you would like to see happen here, because it's still, there's a lot of room. There's a lot of room, but like I said, I gave you the topics that I believe adamantly that we should focus on. You understand? Adamantly that we should focus on. Okay? Primarily black unity. In addition, the forming of the Light Dome Committee of Representatives of the Black Nation. We need people from wherever you are in the world to be able to come together and agree to be the same body of people that could come together at any time we call for, at any time that we need to communicate agenda for the black community, that we can come together. Starting from the ground up. You understand? This is grassroots for sure. You understand? This is grassroots for sure. So, get with a brother. Share, subscribe, like. Make sure this communicates around. Make sure the word gets out. July 20th, the Just Be Black Gathering. Salam alaikum. Shalom. Hotep. Peace be with you. Nothing but love. Nothing but appreciation for the black family. I have no grudges. Peace and blessings to our brother Haiku, who's got a slightly different opinion in mind, but nothing but love for the black family. Come on to Cleveland, Ohio. You know what I'm saying? Bring your vendors, bring your goods, bring your knowledge. Bring your knowledge. Come on to Cleveland, Ohio. Let's chop it up. Let's break bread, right? Let's break bread, black family. This is our time. This is our time to shine and keep on shining. Stay blessed.
In this life we have only one tribe. Only one tribe.
Must have a liberation. United black committed nation. That's the situation.
Black sisters to the right, black brothers to the left. Original gold, black fist against my chest. Brave, bold, and cold, they be the warriors. Salute to the soldiers, salute to the soldiers. Black unity, black family. It's time for you and me to start the gathering. Just be black, unite, we clap black. Little I can go to stay on gold, gotta have that. NFAC operation, nation is united black person. You get it sense. All about the pride of the people, breaking the chains of the evil. Devil is dust, the wellers, dream, take the get up in. 100 years of pain, they say all must come to an end. But one way is wrong, I'm marching on your lawn. Signs of the last day, what you waiting on? Come together, we gotta get together. We come together, we have a solid war. Still a lock of leaders, cover up of lies. Knees to the face, knees to the neck. Who knew my flesh was worthy of disrespect? No, black men don't die. Even if they try, we gotta rise. Restore the black family, strengthen ties. Strengthen ties, strengthen ties. Always there, let not you despair. Remember who you are by the wool of your hair. The bronze of your skin from the head to the feet. 1 million strong black soldiers in the streets, unvisor to the west, setting in the east. The God of my chest against the mark of the beast. 1 million strong, be all I need to speak. We all we need to pound God is you. 1 million strong, come together. 1 million, we got to get it together. 1 million, we come together. 1 million strong, and it's all water. Come together. 1 million, we got to get it together. 1 million, we come together. 1 million strong, and it's all water. Come together. 1 million, we got to get it together. 1 million, we come together. 1 million strong, and it's all water. Fear no evil, the God be amongst his people. Remove all labels, the black nation, all equal. Consider this table black scholars. 360 degree angels, remember divine angels. Ignite the flames of inspiration, all angels. Be terrible to those mentally stable. Once was mighty evil, all as the chop down. Forgot the mighty tree had keys to roll and reclaim the ground. If we thought we'd stay asleep, chest move family, keep a clear eye on the beast. Get off that mountain, go and tell it out the street. West man, the light stays on his feet. Nobody move, nobody make a sound. 1 million strong, standing on sacred ground. Another 1 million armed just in case it goes down. You be in, baby, pass it all around. 1 million strong, come together. 1 million, we got to get it together. 1 million, we come together. 1 million strong, and it's all water. Come together. 1 million, we got to get it together. 1 million, we come together. 1 million strong, and it's all water. Come together. 1 million, we got to get it together. 1 million, we come together. 1 million strong, and it's all water. Come together. We got to get it together. We come together. The heavens smile upon us. Come together. We got to get it together.
It's our fate. Must have a liberation. United black connected nation. That's the situation. Must have a liberation. United black connected nation. That's the situation.
Light,